beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal, this is Bomb Book Reviews, and today we're going to be filming another round of Pick Pong. I'm very excited. It is the month of July, almost. It's like 2 days before. We are going to be talking about what I'm going to be reading in the month of July by playing my TBR game, PickPong. If you don't know what this is, it is a game I play every month to determine my reads for the month. It's based on beer pong. I put cups out, there's prompts on the bottom of them. I throw ping pong balls into it. Depending on which cup it lands in, is dependent on what prompt I need to fulfill. Some of the prompts have punishments on them, some of them have rewards, which affect the gameplay. Now, let's talk about how I did last month before we roll in so we know whether I'm starting with a punishment or a reward. Obviously, last month was, well, technically this month, was the Amazing Readathon. So I allowed myself the rule that if I could still fulfill the prompt, but not necessarily with the exact book, it still counted. So let's dive into how I went and if I was successful or not. So 50% yellow on the cover. I read Carrie Soto is back instead of Yellowface, which was what I was meant to read. For the cat prompt, I didn't read anything that had a cat on the cover that I'm aware of. I don't think. Nothing. Actually, oh my god, I did. I read Wynyard, the graphic novel for Face Off Weekend, and it had like 6 cats on the front cover. So that counts. Oh my god, I did it. Yes. For Feel Good book, I was meant to have read Happy Place, but then someone told me that Happy Place isn't actually as feel good as I thought it would be. But there was many feel good books that I read in Amazing Readathon, so any of those could count. But the one that like jumps to the foreground of my mind is a male romance queer book that I read that was definitely feel good. It followed like a guy who worked in a bookstore, and he had this like little rivalry between this guy that came in, and they did jujitsu together, and it was really cute. So that would definitely be a feel good book that would fulfill that prompt. For pretty cover, I was meant to have read Elysium Girls. I started and did not get a chance to finish that book for Amazing Readathon. I ended up picking up something else to fulfill that prompt, but like there is so many pretty covers that I read during Amazing Readathon because I read so many books that I guarantee one of them has a pretty cover. So I'm going to say that I completed that. And the last one was to read something 250 pages by the water. My plan for this was to go actually down to the lake and read, but it was just too damn cold. I got COVID. It was a horrible time, but I did manage to read probably around 250 pages in total in the bath because when I had COVID, I had body aches. I spent most of my time in the bath trying to like soak myself and feel better. So I definitely read something for at least 250 pages in the bath. Which one? I don't know, because that was like predominantly where I was doing my reading on my Kindle. If I was not listening to something, I was reading something physically in the bath. So I'm going to take that as a yes because I read like a total of, I think, let me see how many books I've read in the month. Hold on. Okay, there's still a few days left in the month, which means there is still a couple more prompts to drop, but I am currently up to 25 books for the month. So I'm going to take this as I passed. Like I meant to read 5 books to fulfill PickPong, and I read 25. I did 5 times as many. So I'm not taking a punishment this month. I am just not. So my game, my rules. So I don't really have any like mandatory reads for the month of July. I do have a couple that I need to read for like video projects and things that I'm hoping to get on here, but I'll talk about those if I manage to get a prompt that they work for. I didn't read the one book I was meant to read last month, which was Powerless by Elsie Silver. So I'm hoping to get that one read because I do want to continue my read along of this. I just didn't get to it because I was, the 2 times that I was on Team Romance, because obviously being a producer, I swapped teams the whole month. Every time that I was on Team Romance, the prompt didn't work for Powerless or I was sick. So like I couldn't contemplate reading anything physically, and I didn't have the audiobook for Powerless. So I want to read Powerless at some point, hopefully in July, but we'll know. And then I obviously need to read the next one in the series to continue the read along. What is the next one in the series? Powerless, and then is it Reckless? No, hold on. Reckless, I think we've already done. Hold, please hold. Fullest, Heartless, Powerless. It is Reckless, I think. Yes. So I obviously want to like try and read that sometime in July if I can. And then I'm also going to have to read Reckless by Elsie Silver for the like continuation of the readathon. So they're not really like mandatory reads, they're just like hopefuls. If I can get them on here, like I loved Elsie Silver in the first 2, so like I know I'm gonna have a good time with them. Daddy Kate is like amazing, so I just like I need to hopefully continue that read along because I've been failing at read alongs this year. Like I joined so many and have not continued them. I also have The Leftover Woman by Jean Kwok that I need to read for a video project. If I'm going to get it out to you in time, I hopefully want to finish that in July. So, I mean, like, I have some potentials that, like, I would like to get on here, that I can hope to get on here. Then I have, like, other books that I'm just, like, excited about reading. But let's just kind of see where the fates take us. So I'm going to get you guys set up, get the cup set up, and let's jump into the throws. Okay, it's time for throw number 1. And that's miss number 1. Throw number 2. Throw number 3. Oh fuck, is this how the month's gonna start? Throw number 4. Okay, we have a success. And the prompt is, oh, play a game that you love. So it's a lifestyle prompt. Okay, so I'm not mad about that because I don't know whether I'll play Disney Dreamlight Valley, Baldur's Gate, or Harry Potter. One of the 3. Okay, so this cup goes to the side. And now we try and get prompt number 2. And that's miss number 4. Okay, prompt number 2 is magic wand, and it has a reward on it. I don't actually remember what the prompt is for magic wand for Pokemon, so I'm gonna have to look that up, but we'll do that when we go to talk about what books we're gonna read for what prompt. So magic wand is prompt number 1. Okay, we're gonna try for prompt number 2, and I'm already on 4 misses. That's our 5th miss, so that means that I have to do 6 books for the month of July. Just when I was hoping to have a more casual month. Oh, I got a reward for that one, so let me find out what my reward is. And I was meant to start with a reward because I passed last month, so we're gonna do a double reward draw. Okay, so reward number 1 for me being successful in completing Pickpong last month was choose a prompt, which means I just get to pick one of these and be successful. And then the next reward, which is for the magic wand I just drew out, is -1 book. So we're now back down to 5 books, and I get to pick prompt number 2, just like select one without having to be successful in getting it in the cup. So for that, I will pick this one right here. I have no idea what these are. So prompt number 3 is 3 trees, which just means it has to have at least 3 trees on the cover, but it does come with a punishment. So because we had, okay, there's a lot that's gonna happen here in this next 2 minutes. If you haven't been here for Pickpong, this is going to be kind of confusing. Because we had 5 misses, like I need to put one of the cups back with a new prompt on it, but then I had rewards to pull that one out. So it's going to be a little bit kind of crazy. So let's do this in a certain order. The first thing we will do is we will pick the punishment for 3 trees. So the punishment for 3 trees is +1 miss. Then we will put this cup back in one of the empty slots with a new prompt. And the new prompt is 2 books 1 week, and put that there. Then we have 1 miss, which means that I am now on 1 miss because I got 5 and now we're back to the beginning. I think that means we're all caught up in everything I just needed to do. Editing Crystal, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're sorted. Okay, so we're at 1 miss, and we are going for prompt number 4 of 5, because I originally got to 6, but then I got -1 book, which put us back to 5. Fiddlesticks. Okay, so I'm on 3 misses now. Okay, prompt number 3 is 2 books 1 week, and they both have to have pearls on the cover. This was the Pokemon prompt I was dreading because I don't think I have any books with fucking pearls on the cover. However, before Pokemon started, you could complete these like challenge prompts to get rewards, which meant that you could do certain things through the month to complete prompts easier. It's a whole thing. If you're playing along with Pokemon, you'll know what I'm talking about. But pretty much, I have a reward in my back pocket, which means that I don't have to complete this prompt in order to be able to collect the Pokemon or Pokemon that would allow me to collect if I fulfill this prompt. So I'm going to turn this into a mood read because I don't have to fulfill this prompt, but I still want to fulfill a prompt for this prompt. I'm hoping that I'm making sense right now, but pretty much this is effectively becoming a mood read because of that challenge thing that I had in my back pocket from before Pokemon started. Okay, so we are on 4 misses. We are going for our 5th and final prompt. Let's do this. Yes! All right, so our 5th and final prompt is damn it, 400 plus pages in one day. So I need to read 400 pages in one day. It doesn't have to be a 400 plus page book, but I have to read 400 pages in one day. So I either have to read like 400 page graphic novels, I have to read a 400 page book, 200 page books, it doesn't really matter. I have to read 400 pages in one day. I'm gonna pick a specific book for this that I think I can read in one day. That's 400 pages, but it does come with a reward. So let's grab the reward to see if it affects the rest of this gameplay or if I can carry it over next month. And that reward will be a punishment. Hang on. Hold on, I grabbed the punishment box. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, that reward will be extra ball. Okay, so this doesn't come into play for this month because I don't have any more throws to do, but next month I will get to do an extra ball throw at the start of the game. So let me pick which books I'm going to read for these prompts and we'll come back and talk about it because this has been one hectic game of Pick Pong. Welcome to the chaos that is Born_book reviews. Okay, so I think I am satisfied with my selection. So the total number of books we have to read in the month of July is only 4. I'm actually really happy with that because after reading 25 plus books in June, I need a quiet July before Pickpongathon in August because I need July to get prepped for Pickpongathon in August. So I need it to be a quieter month. So I'm really not mad. I'm mad about this shadow on my face. What is that? Where is that shadow coming from? You know what? I can't control the light. It's just, hold on. Let's just, there we go. It's gone. But now I look crooked. Oh my God. Camera. Hey. Okay. So let's talk about my choices. So for the 400 pages in one day, I decided to pick a book that I need to read for next month anyways, for a video project, that I think I can just like binge listen to, and it's 416 pages. And that is The Slaying of the Elf Prince. This is a book that I wanted to read last month for the Amazing Readathon, but I just didn't get around to it while I was on Team Fantasy. I know it was one of the host favorites and like it made me very excited to read it even more, but I have the hold that has just come in, so it'll work really well for next month because I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do it before the end of the month for Amazing Readathon. So that is what I'm gonna read for 400 plus pages in one day. I'll just need to find a day in July that will work for me to do that. And it's probably gonna be in the first week because that's when I will have the most time. For Magic Wand, this works in that there was 3 different prompts to fulfill to complete the Magic Wand, and you have to complete them in 3 consecutive months, so within 3 months. So I'm going to complete one of them this month, hopefully more than one, but I'm definitely going to complete one because I only have to do it once when this shows up. And this is a book that features a fairy godmother, a book that is a retelling, and a book that features a wish. And so I'm going to complete a book that features a fairy godmother and read Wish of the Wicked, which is the fairy godmother book 1. So it's kind of fitting. I have no idea what this is. I think it's a retelling as well, but it has to be 3 separate books. So for this one, it's just going to be filling a book that has a fairy godmother. So all I know is that it is a retelling of like Cinderella and it's like a YA spin on it. So I'm hoping that I enjoy it, but we shall see because I've heard mixed reviews. For the 2 books, 1 week, Pearl on the cover prompt that I was then able to turn into a mood read, I am going to mood read another book that I need to read for a video project, and that is Library of the Unwritten by AJ Hackworth. This was gifted to me by Mel from a book feed named Mel, probably 2 birthdays ago. So it's about time that I get to it. Sorry, Mel. I know I try and prioritize the books I'm gifted, but I fail. I know nothing about this other than it is Mel and Pages with Page's favorite book, or one of their favorites. I know they have new favorites since then. And they've been wanting me to read this for years now. So I'm hoping that I can finally get to it and actually love it, because I hate it when I don't like my friends' books. For the 3 trees on the cover, I am going to be reading The Haunting of Ashburn Hill by, oh my God, how am I blanking on her name? Darcy Coates. This is another video project reason that I need to read this book. We are going to say nothing more to that. All I know is it's Darcy Coates, which is a thriller horror writer that Brie cannot rave enough about. I have had this on my want to read list for a while, so it is happening. And then obviously play a game you love. I gave some options earlier in the clip you would have seen. I'll probably play Baldur's Gate or Disney Dreamlight Valley, or I might even play a board game with Anthony that I enjoy playing, like Sequence or Stuff in Pantry, or I don't know. It's open to interpretation, so I'll do something to complete that during the month of July. So there you have it. They are my books that I'm going to be reading in the month of July. These are the only 2 physical ones that I can actually hold up, but you get the point. I have to read 4 books in July and play a game to complete Pick Pong. If I can't do that, I don't deserve to be here anymore, because if I can't read 4 books in a month when I just read 25 the month before, then I probably need to stop playing this game. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be reading in July, like what you're most excited to read. Let me know which one you're most excited to hear my thoughts on from my selection. And if you have nothing to add to the conversation but you feel a bit chatty, you can leave a flower emoji in the comments down below. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching and happy reading. See ya, bye!